doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm James, Muscle Club.
Oh,
Beach guy.
nice
Nice to meet you, man. You did a good job. Appreciate it. So I can ever help you out or give you a break.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely take you up on that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, they're not the best, but it is what it is. Still Utah.
Totally. Kind of get rid of these, you know, I want to post the camera.
Welcome to the final game of the USHL Classic. Penn's about to take on Team Minnesota. Tommy Houghton takes the opening draw, wins it back to Mowry. Mowry's going to toss it in the zone. New line pairings today. Houghton's out there with Dunn and Dewey. Dunn crosses over the blue line. He's going to circle back. Team Minnesota coming out the other way. Chase Schuyler in net today for the final game of the matchup, or the USHL Classic, I should say. Second game in a row, the Pens are playing a team that has mixed uniforms. Looks like a conglomeration of different teams. Mowry with a long stretch pass up to Dewey. He's got Oleg flashing to the net. That shot just chipped high and above the net. Edwards on the ice now. He's slashing in. Puck bouncing. He controls it nicely. Now he's got Pearsall and Sargo joining. Pass from to Pearsall. Bring the puck in with speed. Centering pass to Oleg. His shot just couldn't get off. Good stick tie up there by the defender. Pearsall banks his man into the boards. Gives Oleg a chance. Backhands one through the crease. Sargo gives chase. Plays it up. Down to Pearsall below the goal line, and Minnesota comes away with it. They're content just throwing it out of the zone. Veneziano fresh on the ice. Picks up the loose puck. Gets it quickly up to Sargo. Sargo throws it behind the net. And Minnesota out the other way. Good centering pass there. Veneziano's on his man. Him to the Pearsall. With speed the other direction. Shot on net. Glove down. Juicy rebound. Puck still loose and now gets flung into the netting. 14:30 left in the first. Pens go for a change. Louis G, Reeling, and Imler on the ice together with Veneziano and Leaf. Scoring spot. Louis fired a high shot. Good save by the goalie. Another face-off win for the Pens. This time Imler controls it. He's going to shoot it around the boards. Veneziano is going to be the first one there. Puck's in the net. In the to Imler. To Luigi. Back to Imler. Puck's still loose. Luigi's got it. Finds Reeling all alone in front of the net. Backhand, and there Reeling gets on the board. Luigi with a great steal. And Reeling was just all alone. Went to the backhand for a goal. Puts the Pens on top 1-0 with 13:53 left in the first. Great job by Imler and Luigi keeping the puck in the zone. Phil Veneziano was there as well. And Reeling happened to be the beneficiary all alone. Went to his backhand. 1-0 Pens. From Dunn to Houghton. That can't connect now. Dunn shoots. Minnesota goalie giving up a lot of rebounds here. Good shot by Dunn. Dewey's now in the corner. Houghton joins him. Nice steal by Dewey. Accurate pass over to Dunn. Back to Dewey. He circles at the top of the circle. All Pens so far. A lot of offensive zone time for the Pens. Minnesota struggling to get it out of zone. Good forecheck by this line. That's going to go off the roof, and with 13:06, play is going to come to a stop. Pearsall to take the draw with Sargo and Olick. Maury out. Hit nice big rig, keep it in glove. Now the team it out. Up high, Metz gets it around the boards to Olick. Olick takes his time, sauces it back to Metz, sets up behind his net, drops a pass off for Maury. Maury thinks it over, takes some time. Sargo now creates a little bit of space, and he's got a full head of steam. Pearsall takes out a man now. He gets the puck back. He's got a shooting angle. He's looking to drop it to Sargo off his skates, and a top shelf goal from Pearsall to Sargo. Pearsall dropped it, kicked into the skates of Sargo, who did the rest. Top shelf blocker side. And the Pens jump out to an early 2-0 lead. Good to see the Pens getting on the board early, exercising their demons from earlier in the weekend of not being able to score. Gallant's out there now with Reeling, Louis G, Tango, and Edwards. Tango's going to retreat, if that's accurate or not, but Louis G and Riker double back. Tango comes away with the intercept. Scoots out to center ice. Edwards there, calmly retreats. Backhands one over to Tango. Tango to Louis G. They circle up. Louis G into the zone. Backhands one to the point. No one there at the moment. Now Edwards gets back. Icing waved off. Edwards' first one there, drives his man to the ice. Now Reeling picks it up. Reeling the other way with Louis G. Gives it to Louis G. Shot through traffic off the face mask of the goalie. Reeling picks up the loose puck, backhands it to Louis. Louis looking for Tom just on the ice, slashed in. Leaf now picks it up, backs it out to Veneziano. Back to Leaf. Sauces a nice one all the way up. Good stretch pass there to Houghton. Finds Jack Dunn, who's on the ice now. And Jack Dunn with a short angle shot. 10:42 left in the first. And the Pens jump out 3-0. That one blew the water bottle off the top. Dunn from Houghton. Looked like it was glove side high. Beautiful shot. Jack. And this turn. Good defensive play there by the Pens. Leaf comes away with a knockdown puck. Now Dunn gets it, bangs it off the boards. 3-0 Pens in the first period. Their best offensive output of the season by far. Dunn drives to the net. He swoops another shot. This one off the side of the net. Why not try it from tough angles? Imler's out here with Houghton, Veneziano, and Leaf. Veneziano is going to play it around the boards. Imler leaves it for Houghton. Nice move there. Good save by Pearsall, Sargo, and Dewey coming on together with with Metz and Maury. Good deflection there by Dewey. Leaves an opportunity for Metz, pulls it back to Maury. Bump pass off the boards, can't connect with Sargo, but Pearsall on a strong forecheck. Minnesota's going to dump it in deep. Odd bounce off the board. It's going to give Chase an opportunity to play it. Dewey has it. Throws it behind the net. Sargo backhands one along the boards. Pearsall back to Maury, back to Pearsall. A nice give and go there. Just poked away by Minnesota. They're coming the other way. Drop pass here. Good shot opportunity. Gloved down by Schuyler. 8:49 left in the first. All Pens all the time right now. 3-0. Not joined in the booth today by the Commodore. He's a big miss. He would give us the unofficial Commodore sentimental shots on goal. It's 9-2 into the boards, and now Tango's going to pick up the loose puck behind the net. Still loose, dangerous there. Edwards with a nice stick to poke that one away. Minnesota applying a little bit of extra pressure here. Short angle shot, rebound, save, second save, and this one's going to find the back of the net. Team Minnesota applying some pressure there. Loose puck in front of the net. Initial 2 good saves, but the third rebound found the back of the net, glove side. And Minnesota gets on the board. With 8:20 left in the first, it's now 3-1. Going to take this back. Ends are a different way this morning, I should say. Kids missing school, how's that? That's not a big deal. They'll be missing school on Friday as well. Semi-professional 16-year-olds go to school when it's convenient for them. Oleg's going to pick up this loose puck. Veneziano with a good stick creates a turnover. Oleg coming out the other way. He swims over a defender. But Minnesota clears the puck out of the zone. Big Riggs there, bounces it off the glass, and then just throws his man to the ice with a power. No icing on it. The refs just lost sight of in the building here early on a Monday morning. 7:19 left to go in the first. See if the boys can turn a little bit of momentum around. Reeling's going to take the face-off draw here with Houghton and Imler at his wing. Reeling wins it. Houghton's going to skate it though out of the zone. Mowry retreats back to his face-off after winning the offensive zone face-off. Not what they were looking for. Houghton's going to take this face-off to the left of Chase. Reeling almost won it out. Now Houghton does get it out. It's a 3-on-2 the other way. Imler dashing in. Imler with a backhand shot and a goal. Houghton to Imler. And the Pens go up 4-1 with 6:54. Reeling fought to get it out of the zone, then Houghton got it out, drove the net, drove wide left, and Imler drove to the net. Caught it on the forehand, went backhand for a beauty of a goal. 4-1, Pens on top, 6:54 left in the first period. Pearsall's out there now with Dewey and Dunn. Metz stands up his man nicely, 2 shots on goal. Nice save by Chase. Mowry gets it out. Dewey up to Pearsall. Big hit there by Minnesota. But the Pens control possession in the zone. Pearsall looking to return the favor. Dewey with a backhand pass to Dunn. Touch pass. Tried to find either Tango or Pearsall. I'm not sure, but this one comes all the way back to D zone. Nice quick backhand pass from Mowry to Tango. And there's going to be with the late offsides. Now it's not off. They touch up. Mowry backhands it to Dewey. Gets it up the boards to Pearsall. Pearsall with a little bit of space. Leaves it for Dunn. Both of those two got cranked into the glass and the door pops off. Hard enough hit there. Dunn's always flying around somewhere. That time he flew through the door. .604 left in the first. 4-1, Pens on top. And call there. Edwards first man there, plays it Smartly over to Tango, chips it up the boards a little bit for Dunn, who backhands one high and out of the zone. Good play there by Tango. Minnesota, though, dumps it right back in. Chase backhands it neatly over to Edwards. Slides across, couldn't get done. Does back zone. Whistle, but they got it eventually. 5:21 left in the first. Gallant's out there with Sargo and Olick, Veneziano and Leaf. Here comes Minnesota. They pass it off to Sargo now. To Olick, Veneziano on a rush. That one gets just poked away. Sargo nicely covering back, and now he's going to get the puck at the point. Gets it to Gallant. His shot or pass all the way through. Sargo first one there, gets it knifed away. Minnesota out the other way. Nice pass, shot, stick to side. Bouncing puck, Gallant lost his stick. Now he picked it up. It's a 3-on-1 the other way. Now it's a 3. Oh. Reeling, Houghton, Louis G, Metz, and Mowry out there together. Houghton's going to take the face-off to the right of the netminder. Puck comes bouncing into the air. Metz has it, plays it back into the zone. Nice pass from Mowry to Reeling. Reeling's going to drive hard to the net on the outside. He circles below the goal line. Now he plays it up to Metz. Back down to Reeling, lets it go through all the way for Louis G to pick up. Looked like Louis G's pass to Mowry got deflected at the offensive blue line, and no one touched the puck, so it turned into an icing, an inadvertent icing. Regardless, Houghton's going to take the face-off to the left of Minnesota's goalie here with 3:48 left in the first. 4-1, Pens on top. Nice face-off play. Houghton won it directly over to Louis G. His shot rifled high and over the net. Puck comes out to center ice. Louis G knocks his man down. Puck's loose. Big Rig picks it up. He's going to drive into the O-zone and just dump it in. First man there is Louis G. Now Houghton to Louis G. And back. .322 left in the first. Not a lot of pace to the game. Pens controlling it with a 4-1 lead. Ref's not happy with the position. The faceoff wins it to Dewey. Slap shot from the point. Draws here. Ties up his man. Dewey comes away with it. Slides it over. One-timer to Imwer. Back door. It was there. Nice pass from Dewey to Imwer. Great save from the goalie. And Minnesota's coming out the other way. Edwards stands up his man nicely. Tango comes back to knock it loose. And they're going to call the Pens offsides. Like I said, no pace to the game right now. Lots of whistles. 2:58 left in the first. Soft win from an inward crash back door. Wasn't able to see if it just went wide or if the goalie made a save. Regardless, this one stays 4-1. Hewitt comes in, he lines up a shot, roped it off the chest of the goalie. Comes up with a big save there. Now it's a 2-on-1 the other way though. 3-on-1 now, shot off the post. Pens get a fortunate break there. A 3-on-1 the other way. Now they come right back though. Intercepted pass there. Minnesota picking up a little bit of speed. Invigorated by that shot that rang off the post. Got slammed into the boards, got the attention of his mom, but now Oleg drives the other way. Penn's trying to establish a little bit of offensive zone time here. Leaf plays it over to Veneziano at the blue line. He's going to walk it up and dump it into the deep corner. Oleg on chase, now Sargo. He's kicking the puck all over the place today. He kicked it to himself on an earlier goal. This one off the glass, now Edwards kicks one. But it does bounce all the way out. Good stick there by Veneziano. And another good stick there by Leaf. Broke up 2 chances for the Minnesota here. Oleg's trying to get the puck out of the zone. Gets it up to Sargo, to Pearsall, who was fading into the offensive zone. Close call, but they called it offsides. He was backing himself into the offensive zone. Just found it a little bit too deep. Gallant, Reeling, Louis G, Metz, and Mowry out there together. Taking offensive, G has it, tries to make a man miss. Has the puck now back on his forehand, spins to Gallant. His shot gets blocked down. Backhand over to Louis G. Good offensive pressure here. These two are all over the place. Louis G to Reeling, one-time shot. Save. Metz ties up his man nicely, takes him down to the boards. Reeling and Louis G now coming out the other way. Reeling with a little bit of speed, just going to throw it into the corner and give chase. It's loose. After one, the Pens with their best out scoring performance of a first period, they're on top 4-1. Starting the second period here. Minnesota coming out the other way. Houghton's on the ice with Dunn and Dewitt. Edwards and Tango. Good back check there by Houghton. Edwards gets it up to Dewey. His shot pad save. Big rebound. Minnesota chips it off the glass and they get it out of the zone. Tango slides one across the ice. Causes Minnesota to retreat. They're going to dump it right back in. Chase lets that one go through. Edwards picks it up in the far corner. Long pass, just couldn't connect with Dunn. It's going to lead to an icing. It comes away with it and they bang it right back down for an icing. 15:58 left in the period. Lots of face-offs today. Leaf rims it around the boards for Sarga to pick up. Now Pearsall joins in. He's got a little bit of space. He's in a circle. His shot pad save, gets his own rebound. And a diving save by the goalie. Pearsall with a lot of speed, circles around, rips a shot forehand. Kept going, got his own rebound, backhanded it in, and a diving goal. A diving save, I should say, by Minnesota. Coach going to keep that line out here. They looked aggressive on the net here with Olick, Pearsall, and Sargo to the right of the netminder. Face-off won by the Pens. Pass from Olick gets intercepted and out of the zone. Sargo. Odd man rush from developing. We've seen over the weekend the Pens have a propensity to give up some odd man rushes. With the 4-1 lead, see if they play a little bit more conservative. Metz and Mowry out there with Rilling, Imler, and Gallant. Rilling's going to battle that one into the zone. Takes a hit off the head, gets it up to Mowry, who backhands it off a defender. Out the other way comes Minnesota with some speed. Shot, body down. Chase is going to hold it. Off control. 14:59. Pens on in the second. Pens on top, 4-1. Face-off one. Over to Metz. That one dribbles out into the neutral zone, but Minnesota's right back the other way. Now Metz is going to come away with a good defensive play there by Mowry. Metz takes his man to the ice. Gallant gets it. Metz throws his body around nicely, leaves the puck for Mowry. This time him and Imler do connect. Imler's just going to toss one high into the air. Gallant and Rilling over for a second. The player out. And help out. He comes away with it. He gets it over to Mowry. Mowry shot, pad save off the glass. Edwards is there for the long rebound. Off Rilling skates. Now Rilling has it. Cycles it back to Dewey. That puck gets turned over for a moment. Rilling lays a hit though. Puck does get out of the zone. And everyone's going for a change. Both teams will go for a change. Sargo has some space, long pass up ice, tipped into the zone. Houghton's there. He drives hard to the net, tries to drag it. I think he got a shot on goal there. Nice save, nice move by Tom. Puck comes up the boards. Edwards with strong stick keeps it in. Minnesota's just going to throw it off the boards. Tango's there. Calmly plays it off the boards for Edwards to pick up. Houghton's there. Now he jukes a man, makes a man miss, gets it up to Louis G. Louis G all the way cross ice to Dewey. Dewey drops to Tango. He's slashing in. No one's covering though. And this is how we get ourselves into trouble. 2-on-1 coming the other way. Nice play by Edwards to be back in position. Penn's getting a little bit of trouble when their D go down low. No one's covering for them. That puck kept in the zone nicely by Minnesota. They're going to touch up, give the Pens a little bit of breathing room. Tango, long pass to Edwards, who tips it ahead to Louis G, who gains the edge. Drop pass to Tommy. His shot just wide of the net. He went blocker side low and missed the net. Nice play by Louis G. I thought he had a shot. Made an unselfish play there to give Houghton a scoring chance. Edwards, long pass to Oleg off his stick, but he's going to be the first one to get there. Behind the goal, he gets ridden down to the ice. Pearsall's there. His pass to the point intercepted momentarily, and now we got a little bit of a disagreement behind the puck. It looks like it might be offsetting between Oleg and a Minnesota player. We'll find out in a moment. 11:53 left in the second. Not much going on this period. Penn scored all 4 of their goals in the first. It will be offsetting Miners. Holding each other behind the play. It shot on net, stick to side by Chase. Now the puck's picked up here for Minnesota. They play it back to the point along the boards. Leaf gets bodied to the glass with 2 players there. Still wins the puck out though, and up to Dunn. And we're going to call a hand pass here. 11:28 left in the second. We're crawling our way to the finish line. Sargo plays it back to Leaf. He the dice, no one there. Minnesota right back the other way. Good shot through some traffic. Oh, rebound, glove save by Chase. What a save. Now he's on his, now it's going to be a 3-on-0 the other way. Pearsall and Sargo all alone. Back to Sargo, and they just can't connect. It went from Sargo to Pearsall, back to Sargo, and he missed a shot. It's still a 2-on-0. Sargo again. This shot goes high over the net. And we're going to get a delayed penalty, a flurry of activity. Sargo down on the ice. Leaf gets rid into the boards as well, and that's going to get a whistle stop. Pearsall and Sargo combining for 2 2-on-0s. One was a breakaway, the other one just a turnover in the zone. Unfortunately, no shots on goal in that 2-on-0 sequence. So the Pens are going to go on their power play with 10:34 left in the second. Reeling's out there with Dewitt and Pearsall. Reeling gets it back to Edwards. Edwards and Luigi also out there. Now Luigi behind the net. Plays it to Edwards, who is slashing in, though. Those two couldn't connect, and the puck's going to come all the way back to the D zone. The Pens will retry. Luigi to Pearsall. That one gets broken up, though, and allow Minnesota to dump it in deep. Minute 20 remaining on the power play. Edwards to Luigi. Makes a man miss. Gets it cross ice to Pearsall. Pearsall's going to nicely play it over to Edwards. Now to Luigi. He's got Reeling and Dewey in front of the net. His shot rifles over the goalie's head. And that one's going to come out of the zone. Pearsall's first one there. Gets stuck by the referee, and it's going to cause a turnover. Now Houghton's on for Luigi. Pearsall to Tom. Tom's going to circle. Edwards looking at front of the net. Luigi's got a shot off the post and in. A beauty play goal. Beauty of a goal. Luigi puts the Pens up 5-1. Good to see the power play clicking a little bit. Face off one back to Metz. Metz going to throw it into the far corner, give Olick a chance to chase. Imler and Gallant out there with the big rig. Puck played off the boards. Backhand pass from Olick to Imler. Couldn't connect. Good scoring chance there. Nice lick by Olick. It's going to lead to an icing. Face-off won by the Pens, and we're trying to get it on net. Minnesota's going to rim it all the way around the boards. Metz plays it to Gallant, backhands it up the boards to Imler. Gets it over to Olick. Olick dangles his man. He's going to go in hard, and he finds the back of the net. Blocker side low for the Pens, and we got a 6-1 tally. Might be a running clock soon, or that might just be the third period. 5-goal lead for the Pens on Rocco Olick's goal. Houghton wins this face-off back to Veneziano. Circles around to Dunn. We might be able to get the kids to school on time if this happens here. Big collision there. Houghton coming out the other way. 3-on-3, pulls up, finds Dewitt. Dewitt slides it through to Muskow. Shot. Puck still loose. Rebounds. Rimmed around the boards. Weeps there with a strong stick, keeps it in the zone. Now Dunn's deflection does get a scoring chance here. He slides it all the way through for Dewey, and Dewey's going to find the back of the net. Pens with a scoring outburst here. Great play by Leaf and Dunn to keep the puck in the zone, and Dunn found Dewey all alone. Rifle of a shot. 7-1, 7:23 left in the second. Pearsall out to take the draw with Sargo and Luigi. .704 left in the second. Pearsall taking the offensive zone draw with Sargo and Louis G. He wins it cleanly to Sargo. Shot right off the faceoff win. Pad save to the side boards. Edwards pinches, keeps it in. Pearsall plays it nicely in the blue line, never got out of the zone. Well done there to keep it in. Minnesota chips it off the board. Now it's Louis G behind the net. Finds Pearsall on a one-timer pass to Sargo. And Sargo then getting rid of some of the bad feelings from earlier this weekend. Running now is the home cut, and we might really get something here. Gallant stick handles through a number of people. Now he gets it over to Imler. Imler is going to shoot to the belly of the goalie. That one trickled through, though. Nice defensive play by Minnesota to get it out. And now they're going to chip it out the other way. And there's a 4-on-1. Metz dives and knocks it down with his stick. Never good to give up a 4-on-1 when you're up by 7. Penn somehow managed to do it. Looks like they're going to call a... Well, maybe it's not a running clock. Marcy just stopped the clock. Maybe for penalties it stops. Pens are going to go on the power play here. Didn't see what happened. Doesn't matter. Sargo. His shot ringing off the post, looking for the Hattie. Ooh, Pens went offsides on a power play. Not what they were looking for there. Minute 32 left on the power play. Puck comes all the way back to Mowry. He puts a going to do a line change. Louis G had the last power play goal. It's going to give a minute 20 for this group here to see what they can make happen. Reeling's going to take the draw. Wins it over to Dewey. But it appears Minnesota's going to clear it out. See if the Pens can stay on sides here. Pearsall's going to drive it up ice. He gets turned around though. Leaves it for Veneziano. Good forecheck pressure. Here a turnover. Pens playing very sloppy. 4:06 left in the period. Probably one of their worst looking shifts in a while. Good forecheck perhaps by Minnesota, and Reeling's going to take the face-off draw. Minnesota 2 on corner. A lot of time. Pens are get the plays it back along the Louis G to Veneziano at the point. Pearsall, his pass to Louis G cross ice was broken up, but Pearsall does a nice job keeping it in the zone. Gets it to Dewey, to Veneziano. His long shot from the point, stick to side, and that's going to get all the way out. 10 seconds left on this power play. Chase is going to play it all the way along the boards up to Louis G. Leafs now going to come on for Pearsall as the power play comes to a conclusion. One last clearing. there in Veneziano now, 5-on-5 again. No real fights there. Chase took the brunt of that. Face off one, glove saved by Chase. And we'll do it again. Go on for a second. To keep that pass down. Minnesota gets it out, going the other way though. Leaps there, drives his man wide. Now he kicks it to himself, plays it around the net, and he's going to lead the charge up ice. Plays it over to Gallant. Gallant's pass into the zone. He's trying to find Oleg headed towards the back door there. Imler has it, circles from the point. Minnesota gets it out of the zone. Leaf circles back to Metz. Metz is going to skate it up. Gets it all the way out to Leaf at the top. And the Pens continue to pour it on. Cute into Sargo to Edwards. Blocker side, just inside the post. 9-1 Pens. And we'll do another neutral zone face-off. Pens to go for a line change here, the last minute 4. Unofficial shots on goal, 33-12. Favor of the Pens. Been a complete domination, start to finish. 9-1. Pearsall to take the draw with Dewey, Reeling, Metz, and Mowry. Pearsall wins it to Reeling, plays it over to Mowry. Long shot pad save to the corner. Reeling's gonna be the first one there. He circles, plays it nicely off the boards to Pearsall. Goes through his stick though to Dewey. Dewey puts a man on his shoulder. He gets tied up. Reeling comes over to help. Now Reeling gets it out. Metz pinches down to get it to Pearsall. To Dewey, to Reeling. High pass, Reeling knocked it down out of the air. Couldn't get a shot on net though. Metz drives his man off the puck. Chase gets it, Conley plays it over. It doesn't appear so. So we'll take a break. We'll come back after this intermission. And here we are, starting the third period. Pens have Olick out there with Luigi, Gallant, Veneziano, and Leaf. Gallant streaks into the zone with a lot of speed. Circles around the net. Throws a puck into the near corner. Picked up by Olick, finds Gallant streaking in. Pens look a little invigorated coming out here to start the third. Below the goal line. Luigi's going to cover for him at the point. Veneziano trying to get in on the scoring action himself, and he does. Circles around, fires a shot. Block. Dunn, Dewey, Houghton, Tango, and Edwards out there together. Long pass up to Dewey, his shot blocker side. There might be a new goalie in there. It's a right-handed catch. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Edwards protects the puck with his body there, leaves it for Dewey, who drops it into the zone. Houghton giving chase in the corner. Tango pinches, throws a nice pass, centering pass to Dewey. Puck comes all the way back out. Edwards takes his man down. Dunn collects the puck momentarily, and now Chase is going to get the puck. Net. Sargo chips it up ice off the skate of a Minnesota player, so that won't be icing. Played by the goalie, who backhands it up the glass. Minnesota easily gets it out there. Puck gets fumbled away for Metz to pick up. Metz has it now. Throws it off the backside of a referee and out of play. Those five stay out there. Sargo takes the draw. Minnesota collects. Pearsall to Reeling, though. Reeling circles back. Gets it to Pearsall. Plays it back up the boards to Sargo. Touches it to Reeling. Knifed away there. Pearsall with a leaping catch and keeps it down in the zone for a moment. Showing off the vertical there was Pearsall. Metz is going to throw it right back to Sargo. Finds Reeling. That pass got tipped on its way in. Luigi's going to take the draw with Olick, Imler, Veneziano, and Leaf. Minnesota keeps it in the zone, backhands it deep for Veneziano to pick up. Now. Leaf battling below his goal line, gets a little help from Luigi. Minnesota comes away the other way with it, out to the point. Shot, kicked wide with a skate from Chase, it looked like. Veneziano gets played into the boards. Imler comes away with it though. Imler gets hooked down, no call. I understand it's 10-1, but bouncing all around right now. 3-on-2 the other way. Louis G to Oleg. Oleg's shot sticks high and above the net. He's going to make a move. Oh, centering pass from Minnesota to Edwards, who just saw the floating puck in front of the net. He slashes down to get his second of the game. Edwards gets it up to Dunn, to Gallant. Dunn plays it up to Dewey. Dewey catches it, gloves it down on his backhand, slides one across the crease. Edwards is going to be there, glove high up in the air. The board's there, puck's still loose. Houghton steps in. Now it comes all the way out to center ice and Metz is there. To Mowry, to Reeling. He holds it, now Minnesota controls. Comes the other way with it. Metz takes his man hard into the boards. And it's going to be a 3-on-2 the other way. Metz and Mowry back. Metz, nice defensive play, stands up his man, allows Mowry to pick it up. Now Houghton has it. Houghton the other way. Does a fancy toe drag there, rifles one high and over the net. .7:30 left in the ball game. Penn's pouring it on 11-1 here. Oleg's going to take the draw. Wins it to himself. Back to Leaf at the point. Slides it over to Louis G. Backhands one behind himself. Oleg plays it on boards. Can't connect for Minnesota. And that one's going to get all the way back down to their goalie. Plays it dangerously back there. Good forecheck by Pearsall. Causes his man to spin around. Gives chance for Oleg to get in there. Louis G knocks another one down out of midair. Man in the D onto the Oleg. Was on a defense. Pearsall comes away with this at the face-off dot. Slides it over to Rocco. Couldn't get it through the traffic though. Pass just got broken up by the skates of a defender. Tango's going to go back. Should be an icing, and it is. 6:10 running clock. Game's winding down. 11-1. Penn's on top. Lots of goals by lots of different players. Edwards has 2. Sargo has 2. Everybody else seems to have 1. And we're taking this draw, wins it forward, gives chance for Do It to get there. Kick it down, but he can't. Now it's a 3-on-1 the other way. And we're on a good back check. Long pad save there by Skylar, causing a 4-on-2 breakout right the other way for the Pens. Dewey sauces a nice one. Edwards going for the hat trick. But they're going to say never crossed the goal line. Maury. Bouncing puck picked up by Minnesota. Played back to the point. Shot high and out of play. Right in between the glass and the netting. Trevor Edwards with the save of the one puck we're apparently playing with. Good thing he saved that one. Same group's going to be out there to take the face-off. 3:58 left in the period. Ethan Davis calling from the bench, trying to get the ref's attention, saying that face-off should have come out of the zone. Didn't seem like it was deflected, just a wildly high shot. Regardless, (11-1) Pens. Sargo to Imler. Drop pass to Sargo. Sargo hounding his man. Now Rilling comes in with the steal. He's going to break traffic. To the Veneziano. This guy's just going to run out the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds behind his own goal, or maybe he'll just, now he's going to drop it to Leaf. Leaf to Sargo. Ships it up along the glass to Veneziano. Sargo ties his man up along the near boards. Dunn kind of coming out of nowhere. Not sure. 1-on-5 here. Shot. Pad save. Pens a little bit out of position at the moment. And the Pens go for a change. Trying to hold this down to a 1-goal game that they gave up. Oleg on the forecheck now, minute 27. Pass intercepted. Oleg with a Tango just couldn't get that one in the zone. Comes back out to Edwards. He regroups. 45 seconds left. Drops it for Houghton. Back towards Edwards. That pass gets deflected but kept in the zone by Tommy. Rims it all the way around the boards. Backhand pass by Pearsall gets broken up. Now Minnesota's out the other way. One last chance here for Minnesota. Shot deflected wide by Edwards' stick. Shooting off the boards. Oleg leaves it for Pearsall. One more rush perhaps. 20 seconds remaining in the game. Pearsall driven to the corner. Loose puck out. Big. Nice block there for the Pens, and they're going to and the USHL Classic on a high note. 11-1 win. See if I can remember most of the goals. 2 by Sargo, 2 by Edwards, Reeling 1, Imler 1, Dunn 1. Rhode Island next weekend. Take care.